This courtroom moment turns into a tense showdown as a routine child support hearing quickly unravels into a battle of claims versus proof. Ms. Carpenter pushes for higher payments, arguing that her ex-husband, Mr. Birch, is secretly making millions through multiple businesses. She paints a picture of hidden wealth and financial success, but when the judge asks for solid evidence, the foundation of her argument starts to fall apart. Her estimates are based on social media profiles and information from their teenage daughter, raising serious questions about credibility. Mr. Birch fires back, calmly explaining that while his name may be connected to several companies, he's only a minority owner in most of them and earns a reported salary of $90,000 a year. He says one startup hasn't even paid dividends yet, challenging the idea that he's sitting on a fortune. The judge zeroes in on the lack of financial documents, tax records, or verified income statements, making it clear that assumptions don't hold up in court. In the end, the motion to increase child support is denied, with the judge ruling that the burden of proof simply wasn't met. Still, the court stresses that regardless of the financial dispute, both parents must work together to ensure their children have proper medical and dental coverage. It's a powerful reminder that in family court, emotions may run high, but decisions come down to evidence, not speculation.
Are your children?
They are 12 and 14.
Okay. And the current order in your case from 2017 has the child support set at $1,925. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And Mr. Birch was also ordered to carry the health insurance for the children in that order?
Yes, which is what I asked, which that has been, I guess, resolved and not a part of this. That was my priority.
Now, we'll address that here in a second. How are the children currently covered for health insurance?
Under Joshua.
Okay. Through his employer?
He owns his own business.
Okay. Does he also have dental insurance for the children?
No, he does not.
Okay. Do you have dental insurance available for them?
I will. The dental insurance was just recently canceled on Joshua's end.
Okay. Do you have dental insurance available through your job?
Yes, I do. And healthcare.
How much is the dental insurance?
Oh, goodness. I provided the information last time, but it's very minimal. Do you have our notes from last time? I didn't bring any of that with me.
The proposed order stated the dental insurance costs $30.33 per month. Is that correct?
That's probably correct.
Was that for just the two children?
No, that's for family.
Okay. How many people are included in that?
Just me and the two girls.
Okay, so 3.
Yes.
Okay. Do you know if do you know where Mr. Birch works?
He works at East Texas Truck Center.
Okay. Do you know how much or how long has he done that?
I really don't know. I mean, it's been several years now that he's owned it. I would probably guess, if I was to guess, probably 5 to 7 years.
Okay. And you said that he owns that business?
Yes. He also owns other businesses as well. I'm not really fully aware of what all businesses that he does own. Okay. But I do know for a fact he does own East Texas Truck Center, and he does have a business in Nacogdoches and a business in Baytown.
Okay. Is the East Texas Truck Center, is that his main source of income?
Yes.
Okay. And you said that he's the owner of that business?
Yes, that's correct.
Do you have any idea what kind of income that business generates?
I would guess probably 3 to 5 million. I did submit, and I'm not sure if you received it yesterday. I did get online and look at the appraisal districts for his property values. Did you receive that?
I did receive it.
Okay. So as far as his property values, which like I said, I can't state as to far as his revenue because it is an LLC and the financial information is not available. But I will say, like, as far as property owned in Baytown, per the appraisal district, it's 1.1 million. In Nacogdoches, he owns 5 properties, 3 of which were just acquired in December 15th, 2021.
Ms. Carpenter, stop.
Yes.
Ms. Simone, I need you to ask questions.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Okay, you stated that he owns other businesses. Do you know what the businesses are, or what the name of the businesses are?
I can, if you look at his LinkedIn accounts.
I don't have that available. Sorry.
Okay, I'm pulling it up right now. I'll look it up on my computer. It's a lot faster internet.
So, Ms. Carpenter, this information that you're about to give me is something that you're looking up from somewhere else?
The businesses owned is just
okay.
from
Just
his
my question.
LinkedIn account,
Ms.
president.
Carpenter, you don't know this information personally. This is just information that you're searching on the internet for.
And also my 14-year-old.
Use that information.
Okay.
Move on, Ms. Simone.
I'm going to go ahead and pass the witness.
Okay. Yeah, let's see if you can find somebody that actually has direct knowledge of what it is that you're trying to do here.
Yes, sir. I will call Mr. Birch. Mr. Birch, would you state your full name for the court, please?
Joshua Paul Birch.
Okay. And you're the father of Aubrey and Adeline Birch?
That is correct.
Okay. And are you currently covering the children on your health insurance?
Yes, ma'am, I am.
Okay. And can you give me the cost of that?
$315.97 per month per child through Blue Cross Blue Shield.
Okay.
So $631.94.
All right. And where do you currently work?
East Texas Truck Center.
Okay. And are you the owner of that business?
I'm a minority owner in that business.
Okay. Are you paid a salary?
I am, yes, ma'am.
Okay. And what is that salary?
It's $90,000 a year.
Okay. Do you own any other businesses besides the East Texas Trucking Center?
So I'm a minority owner in East Texas Truck Center, Inc.,
Okay.
which is not a LLC. And I'm a minority owner in East Texas Truck Center, Baytown, LLC. I'm a minority owner in Keystone Financial, LLC. And I'm a majority owner in Cornerstone, LLC.
Do you receive any other type of revenue from East Texas Truck Center besides your salary?
No, ma'am. Unless there's a dividend given, but we haven't given dividends.
Okay. Do you make any income from the Keystone Financial?
No, ma'am. There's no salaries or dividends given from that either. It's a startup company.
And do you make any income from Cornerstone Financial?
No, ma'am. Same thing. It was also established last year.
Okay. And you said Keystone, when was that established?
Keystone was actually established in 2000. I thought you said Keystone the first time. My apologies.
Yeah, I did. I'm sorry.
Keystone was established in 2018.
Okay.
I'm a minority there as well.
And you have not received any income from Keystone to this day?
Okay. Your motion's denied. Mr. Birch, Ms. Carpenter, I've just denied the state's motion to adjust the child support in this case. They have to put on evidence to show me that there's some kind of change in income, and I heard nothing that leads me to believe that there's been a change. So the state not meeting its burden is therefore the motion is denied. If any party is satisfied, no, that's okay. I don't need to hear anything. If
I'm not understanding what's denied, sir. The new order or the old order?
I'm denying the state's. There's no new order, Mr. Birch.
Yes, sir.
You and Ms. Carpenter and the state were not able to come to an agreement, and so
Yes,
a lawsuit was filed before me to see if the child support needs to be adjusted. The laws in this state are very simple. The state or whoever it is that's moving, asking me to adjust the child support, has to prove what your old income was, where it came from, and the circumstances behind it, and then compare it to the new information that you have. And I find that the state has completely and utterly failed to do that. They haven't proven anything to me. They've thrown out some stuff, but nothing with any concrete or significant basis. And therefore, I'm denying the motion because they haven't met their burden of proof. They haven't proven to me that there's been any kind of a change. So Any party has the right to appeal my decision. Your appeal must be filed with the Orange County District Clerk's Office. It has to be filed in the next 3 business days, and you have to make sure that you specify in your appeal what part of my ruling you disagree with, and you're also responsible for making sure that a copy of that written appeal is sent. Let me finish, Mr. Birch. And you're also responsible for sending a copy of that written appeal to all the other non-appealing parties. All right. Now, Mr. Birch, what were you going to say?
If her medical is obviously cheaper than what I'm providing at $631 per kid, and she's at $291 per kid, is there a way that instead of me paying Blue Cross Blue Shield the $631, that I could pay her the $291 for the medical?
If y'all can sit down with the AG's office and come up with another agreement, you have my permission to do so, but I'm denying this motion. So y'all have to start over in regards to that issue, okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Anything else? And that's a very good question, Mr. Birch, and I hope that you and Ms. Carpenter are able to sit down and get that hammered out to make sure that we've got good medical insurance and good for the both of you. So it's good for you financially as well as from your situation that you're in regard to the 2 children, okay?
Yeah.
Ms. Carpenter, do you have any questions?
No, I mean, the priority was the medical.
All right.
I mean, that was my major point.
This courtroom hearing begins with an atmosphere that already feels heavy. There's no shouting, no dramatic outburst at first, just a quiet tension that hangs in the air as 2 parents stand on opposite sides of a legal battle that has clearly been building for a long time. What's supposed to be a standard child support review quickly turns into a clash over credibility, perception, and the difference between appearance and documented reality. Ms. Carpenter steps forward with confidence, but there's frustration underneath it. She believes she's been left carrying more of the financial burden for their children than is fair. From her point of view, her ex-husband, Mr. Birch, is doing far better financially than he admits. She tells the court he's involved in multiple businesses, companies that look successful, professional, and active. She argues that his income must be far higher than what has been reported, and because of that, she says child support should be increased. To her, it's not just a guess, it's a conclusion she feels is obvious. She talks about the companies connected to his name, the professional image he presents, the way his career appears to be moving forward. The implication is clear: someone associated with several businesses, leadership titles, and entrepreneurial ventures cannot possibly be making only a modest salary. She believes the court is seeing only part of the picture. But in a courtroom, belief and proof are 2 very different things. When the judge begins asking questions, the tone shifts. The court wants numbers, documents, something concrete. Tax returns, pay stubs, ownership percentages, dividend records, evidence that shows money flowing, not just titles and company names listed online. And that's when the foundation of her argument starts to shake. Ms. Carpenter explains that much of what she knows comes from publicly available information, professional profiles, business listings, online descriptions of the companies. She also mentions conversations with their teenage daughter, who has repeated things she's heard or assumed about her father's work. As soon as that's said out loud, the weight of it hits the room. Information from social media and a 14-year-old is not the same as financial documentation. The judge doesn't dismiss her concerns outright, but the message is clear: courts can't make decisions based on impressions. They operate on verifiable financial reality. Then it's Mr. Birch's turn to speak. He doesn't come across as aggressive or defensive. Instead, he sounds methodical, almost careful with every word. He explains that business involvement doesn't automatically equal personal income. He acknowledges his name is attached to several LLCs, but he clarifies that in most of them he is only a minority owner. Minority ownership, he says, doesn't mean control, and it doesn't guarantee payouts. Profits can stay in a company, be reinvested, or not exist at all. He then talks about a startup where he does hold a majority stake. On paper, that might sound impressive. But he explains the company is still in its early stages and hasn't distributed profits. Ownership shares don't always translate into cash in the bank. A company can look promising and still not pay its owners. His reported salary, he says, is $90,000 a year. That's the income reflected in his financial records. That's the number he pays taxes on. That's what the court has in front of it. The contrast between the two stories is stark. One side sees visible signs of success and assumes hidden wealth. The other presents a picture of structured businesses, limited ownership, and income that's steady but not extraordinary. The judge keeps circling back to the same issue: evidence. Has there been a substantial change in income since the last child support order? Is there documentation proving that Mr. Birch is earning significantly more than reported? Without that, the legal standard for modifying child support simply isn't met. The courtroom becomes a place where perception slowly gives way to procedure. Titles like owner or founder lose their dramatic impact when the focus shifts to tax forms and financial statements. The law doesn't calculate support based on potential or appearance, it's based on actual, provable income. There's a quiet frustration in the room, because both perspectives carry emotional weight. From M's Carpenter's side, it feels unfair. If she believes he has more resources, then every expense she covers for the children can feel like an imbalance. From Mr. Birch's side, it may feel like being accused of hiding money that doesn't exist in the way it's being described. But the judge isn't there to resolve emotional perceptions. The judge's role is narrower, more rigid. The court looks at whether the burden of proof has been met. And in this moment, it hasn't. No tax filings showing millions. No financial statements reflecting business payouts. No verified income records beyond what's already known. The argument rests on inference rather than documentation. When the ruling comes, it's firm but not dramatic. The motion to increase child support is denied. Not because the court is declaring one parent right and the other wrong in a moral sense, but because the legal threshold wasn't satisfied. The system requires proof of a significant financial change, and that proof wasn't presented. Yet the hearing doesn't close on a note of conflict alone. The judge shifts the focus away from money and back toward responsibility. Regardless of disagreements over income, both parents share an obligation that doesn't change: the well-being of their children. The discussion turns to medical and dental insurance. The judge stresses cooperation, communication, and shared effort. Court orders can define payments, but they can't replace parental coordination. The children's needs don't pause while adults argue over numbers. In that moment, the case becomes about more than finances. It's about how easily assumptions can grow into certainty when emotions are involved. It's about how professional images and business titles can look like wealth from the outside, even when the financial reality is more complicated. And it's about how the courtroom acts as a filter, stripping away impressions until only documented facts remain. What began as an accusation of hidden millions ends as a lesson in how family law works. Feelings, suspicions, and online information might shape personal beliefs, but they don't meet legal standards. The court doesn't decide based on what seems likely, it decides based on what can be proven. And through it all, two parents walk away still connected by the one thing the court cares about most: the children whose lives are shaped by every decision made in that room.